Why does the snail take its house with itself wherever it goes? If you want to know, listen. One day it rained heavily. The flowers blossomed and the leaves of the trees fell to the ground one after another. Animals such as ants, bees, cockroaches, and shoemakers, who were actually surprised, were constantly beaten by the rain and their whole bodies were in pain. Of course, they still thanked God for the blessing of rain. Some of the small animals were suffocated by the rain and some were washed away. The snail immediately entered his house and fell asleep safely. He had just started snoring when a frog came to his door with water pouring down his face and knocked. "Dear friend of Uncle Snail, let me enter your house and rest a little." The snail took his head out of the house and said, "My house is only mine, do not disturb me." The little frog had no choice, so it started, but the abundant water that had gathered in the forest took him away. A big-headed ant reached the door of the snail's house with difficulty and knocked. "Mr. Snail, please let me enter your house. Now I'm dying from the rain." The snail stuck his head out of the window with difficulty and said, "No, no one has the right to enter, I want to sleep. Take your way and go." The poor ant had no choice but to go, but as soon as he walked a few steps, the abundant water on the ground took him into a big pit. The bee and shoemaker asked him for help to save their lives, but it was of no use and the snail still slept in his warm and soft house. The rain stopped and the sun slowly came out from behind the clouds and was released. The snail felt hungry and immediately left the house to look for food. He hadn't taken a few steps yet when he looked back and once again saw his house shining under the golden sunlight. Oh, what a compact and beautiful house it is. Everyone is jealous. I am the only one who has such a beautiful house. In short, he said and said and said so much that he was really proud of himself, so he returned and put his house on his shoulder and thought to himself, "If I leave my house and go, others may be looking at it and want to take my house away from me." In this way, the proud selfish snail, from then on, wherever he goes, he takes his house with him so that no other animal will enter his house and take it. That's why it walks very slowly. Because despite having a house on his back, he cannot walk fast.